All right, I'm just going to be real with you from the start. I am wiped out. Mentally drained, overcaffeinated, and stuck staring at the same headlines about General Hospital trying to figure out what is actually going on. But we need to talk about it. Not just what's happening in Port Charles, but what's happening behind the scenes. Because if these latest rumors turn out to be true, this show could look very different in the coming months. So let's not dance around it. Steve Burton is leaving again. Yeah, I know. We barely had time to enjoy his return before he's already heading out. It feels like he just walked back in, ready to save the day, and now he's already saying goodbye. But before everyone loses their minds, let's look at what we actually know. Steve himself announced he's taking a break, not forever, just a few months. He's aiming to come back later this year, possibly around summer. And this time, there's no contract drama, no network standoff, no health scare. It's actually something pretty simple. He wants time with his wife and family. He's newly married and wants to enjoy real life without worrying about mob wars and comb accounts. And honestly, that makes sense. Who wouldn't want to unplug for a while and just be human? But here's where things get complicated. Steve may not be the only one wishing for an exit ramp. There's growing talk that Maurice Benard might be feeling the same urge. And can you blame him? He's carried this show for decades. Sonny isn't just a character, he's the core of the entire series. But being the center of everything has to be exhausting. If you've listened to his podcast or watched his interviews, you know he's openly thought about retirement before. Not just a short break, full retirement. He knows he can't play a mob boss forever, so a few months away from Port Charles might sound tempting. A test run. A chance to see if he actually enjoys a quieter life. But here's the problem: security. Unlike Steve, Maurice doesn't have the luxury of coming and going without risk. Steve leaves, and the door is always open for him. Jason disappears and reappears whenever the story allows. But Sonny? That's different. The whole show is built around him. If Maurice steps away too long, the writers might be forced to reshape everything. And once that happens, there's no guarantee the spotlight will still be waiting. So instead, Maurice stays. He keeps filming scenes where Sonny spirals, shouts, and battles the same demons over and over. And lately, it feels like the writers don't quite know what to do with him anymore. The storylines pile up: mental health struggles, betrayals, endless mob conflicts, and none of it really resolves. Steve's break is about living life. Maurice wants that too. He understands it. But Sonny is the anchor of the ship, and you don't lift the anchor without the whole thing drifting. Right now, Maurice hasn't said anything publicly. He's staying professional. But you have to wonder what he's thinking when he sees Steve's dressing room empty. Is he counting the days until his contract ends? Is he wondering if fans would wait for him? For the record, we would. No one else can play Sonny. The problem is, the show itself feels unstable lately. Storylines come and go, the cast is crowded, big decisions feel random, and when things feel shaky, stepping away becomes dangerous. It's sad, really. We spend so much time worrying about ratings and cancellations that we forget these actors are people. They get tired, they want families, they want rest. Steve is choosing that. Maurice is watching, maybe inspired, maybe frustrated, but still stuck. So here's where we are. Steve is off enjoying married life for a while. Maurice is staying put, even though he might wish he could do the same. And the fans? We're refreshing spoiler pages, hoping the show survives the shakeup. Maybe this is all nothing. Maybe Maurice is perfectly happy. Maybe he loves the grind. Or maybe this is smoke before something bigger happens. Because in Port Charles, smoke usually means an explosion is coming. I just want to watch the show without worrying about who's leaving next. For now, we wait. We wait to see if Steve really comes back this summer. We wait to see if Maurice ever takes that leap. And we wait to see what the writers do next. So tell me what you think. Should Maurice risk taking a break? Could the show survive a sunny, free summer? Or are we all just holding on to a sinking ship?